Work, hard work, hard work, work. There you go. Hard work, work. Everybody doing it right. Hard work, work, work. That's what you say. Hard work, work, work. Earn more pay. Hard work, work. Hard work, do it every day. Hard work, work. Get up out of 2:45. Hard work, work. Ready to go and earn more pay. Hard work, work. Put boots on and lace them up. Hard work, work. Another day to work. Hard work, hard work. That's what you say. Hard work, hard work. I earn my pay. Hard work, work. Move on now. Hard work, work.
Man, I want to welcome y'all to another edition of We the Vets. Man, that hard work, it never gets old, man. I don't care what you're doing, you throw on that hard work, and you ready to go to work.
All day.
JD, what's going on with you, man?
Man, ain't nothing much, man. Just trying to get the schoolwork done and trying to stay awake, man. That's about it, man.
Hey, I'm right there with you, man. Look like we about to get a little rain my way. I was gonna throw some on the grill, but I don't know how that. I might have to pivot. Shout out to the Pivot Podcast, man.
It's too hot out there to do that anyway, man. That heat changed the game up, man.
I don't know, man. Man, look cool down here, man. Look cool, man.
Nice.
The sun ain't out, you know. The wind blowing. You know, it's rare down here, but that we getting it right now.
105 index last couple of weeks.
Good gracious.
Yeah, construction workers falling out.
Man, make sure y'all out there drinking your water, man.
Yeah,
make sure y'all
hydrate,
drinking your
please.
water. You know. So, man, listen. We skipping everything else, man. We want to talk about what happened this week. We trying to get right into it. And the title of this episode is The SCOTUS Did What? What? What did y'all do? Like, did you know, did they really sit down and really think about what they were doing? Or was it an emotional, you know, because they don't have to run for office. You know, they don't have to run for office. But for them to overturn a law, a 50-year-old law, constitutional law, like what's going on there, man?
I don't even have any words. I'm so frustrated with all the stuff that's going on for the last 5 to 10 years. I can't even. I'm at a loss for words, man. I mean, what do the people want? I thought this was a democracy. What do the people want? If the votes let's vote on it. Let's do that. How about that? Oh, wait. If a certain group wins, I guess it's the vote, the election or whatever the vote might if you don't get your way. So maybe we don't want to do that. But yeah, I would say, what do the people want? If the people want this, okay, fine. The majority of the people want this, okay, fine, whatever, fine. We'll work it out. But if that's not the case, and I don't think it is, then how did we get here?
Right. And from what it sounds like that's not the case, you know. And the thing that I'm trying to figure out is there's one group of people that gets to decide what happens to everybody. You know, that to me, that sounds more like a dictatorship. You know, that sounds more like what's going on in Russia with Putin.
Yeah, last time I checked, this is the land of the free, home of the brave. That's the last time I checked. So I'm just
and you know, and I know, you know, you hear, and you know, my thing is, you know, I'm a girl dad, you know, Like now I'm starting to do some research to really find out about, you know, how this go and so I can be able to talk to them about it, and how it's gonna affect them, you know. So, so to other dads, and I've had a couple other dads, reach out to me on social media just to kind of, ask how am I going to. At first, you got to educate yourself, So, because we will make some dumb statements, and it's just because we ignorant to the whole thing. Because like one dude, I told him, he said, "Oh yeah, this don't affect me." I said, "Bro, it do affect you. Like it affect you in a major way."
Yeah.
I said, "Now you just got to figure out how is it going to affect you. How is it going to? You got to figure that out because people are just thinking about the abortion, but it's more to that whole situation than just abortion, And
Right.
so, people got to start digging into the whole, like the abortion. That's just the front cover.
Right. Because they're forgetting about how we got that law in the first place. They're forgetting about all the teenage girls trying to go to some crazy whacked out place and somebody talking about they a medical doctor, and it wasn't. It was these Looney Tunes out there that was committing horrible things. People were dying. People were getting infected. People who these young women later on couldn't even have kids no more because of the, for lack of a better term, surgery that they had from this unlicensed individual. So that wasn't cool either. We don't want that. We already know how unregulated things go. I mean, look at the drugs in this country. So we don't want that foolishness kicking off. So, and I also would say that people that's always talking about our rights, our rights to freedom of speech and our rights to own weapons and protect ourselves. Where is that energy now?
Right.
Where is that? Because I mean, y'all almost tore up the Capitol for some perceived stuff that didn't even happen, but we can't even get y'all to say a peep. Except, of course, y'all out here quoting Bible verses and stuff, but literally, majority of y'all don't even represent
Have a clue.
exactly
Have a clue.
represent that. Don't live
Oh,
that. Don't walk. Y'all don't walk that walk. So stop.
and look, don't go back talking about no mask. Got to mind.
Exactly.
Don't talk
Exactly. You
about
had a
no
whole bunch of
mask,
energy
man.
about a man.
You know, and that's where it's at, man. That same energy for a mask, the same energy that you get for BLM, like those that
Or Black Panthers,
same
if you want to take
energy.
it back
You
further.
gotta have energy, and for people, especially black men, I say this, who don't think this affect them. If they overturn this, you might want to go check. Was it 13 and 14? You might want to go check them.
You might want to check. They already got it. The Civil Rights the Voters Rights Act. You already got it. That
You know,
this ain't nothing new. This was the next step. So
so when they say "Make America Great Again," it's turning back the hands of time. Okay, so that's where that's what this whole thing seemed like that is trying to go. Where back when our grandfathers had to make decisions for our grandmothers, where women couldn't vote, women couldn't own no land, you know, and black men just got the ability to vote and own land recently. When I say recently, we talking about the 40s and the 50s. That's recently, you know. And then women got their rights in the 60s, so in the 70s. So when you start thinking about, that's not a long time, So that's one, two, that's three generations for us. If you go back another two generations, like we were in slavery. So this is something that we really have to pay attention to, and we really got to start thinking differently. You know, and one of the things that what I was telling you the other day, JD, is that you know when we're out here, like I do a lot of forward thinking. Like, what are things going to look like in the future? You know, and how can I, you know, get, wiggle myself in there? How can I, I might not get a big piece of it, but can I get my little small piece?
Right.
So when that time come, I can be, a little comfortable. And I think that's where we got to start taking this now with the politics, because you got one side where they committed, you know, uh,
Mm-hmm.
the commitment is real, you know. So when you start thinking about the the chicken and the pig, who was committed, who was committed.
I'm sorry, we having some technical difficulties here at the Davis household. I do apologize.
Oh man, hey, no worries, man. I
Um,
know how it is.
I
I
feel
know
the
how
knife
it
hand
is.
coming on
Right.
strong. I'm trying to
Listen,
stay professional.
I hear some people talking loud when I just told them that I'm recording. You
Hey,
know,
just said it,
oh
man.
man, so I just don't know, man. But we still gonna get this show out here. Still gonna get it out here. So we apologize for all the stuff you hear in the background. You know, uh, we got peoples in our household, okay?
Yeah,
So, uh, but going back, we have to start being diligent, and we have to be specific in what we want and what we're asking for. And then we got to make sure that we're putting people in those positions that can, help everybody. Because right now it seems like only one side, or nobody's getting what they want. You know,
right.
like like we
I
we all
just,
came. Go ahead.
my frustration is that we always talk about these values we're supposed to have, and these rules, the golden rule: treat others how you want to be treated, and give people their respect, and love thy brother and love thy neighbor, and like you would love yourself. And this country's supposed to be founded on a lot of those principles. I believe that's why on our money it said, "In God we trust." So if we believe that, how come we always got it? It's always a hard fight with people. It's always a hard fight with It's always a hard fight with morals and things of that sort. So I just frustrating, amongst other things, like noise going on in the house, things of that sort. While you're trying to record podcast, it's all good. Go ahead, Pat. You muted. I know you laughing at me.
You know how them roll tide people do, man. Oh man, but yeah, you absolutely right, man. The values that the country was founded on, and even with with us, I get an opportunity to mentor probably about 100 young men every year, and if I am out here partying and drinking and doing all this other crazy stuff, like it's gonna be hard. Like they're not gonna listen to me. You know, if I'm at the casino every Friday night, every Thursday, Friday night, I'm at the casino, you know, just having a good time. You know, like how can I tell them guys like, hey man, you need to do this and do that, you know?
You
And
gotta
so
walk the walk.
gotta walk the walk, man. And I ain't saying, you know, and I ain't perfect in no form of that, you know. But I do have a line that when it comes to this is what I'm supposed to be doing, I do have a line there, you know. And so my guys are not gonna see me, you know, looking crazy, acting crazy out here drinking and drunk and you know, and I'm telling them, hey, this is what you gotta do. You know, I've always brought my kids to practice or if I'm speaking somewhere because I want these young men to see that wherever you are, you can bring your kids there too. You know, like you can bring your kids and it's okay. You know, like wherever you are, it's okay to bring your kids. You know, and so, but your kids will
Especially
grow
if
up.
you. I'm sorry to cut you off. Especially just thinking about you and your kids. Especially if you walk the walk and you can be that example for your kids, so they can see what it's supposed to be like and how you're supposed to act. So my bad. I just as soon as I thought about your kids, I thought about you like that, man. Yeah, you got to. I'm with you. I get what you're saying.
Right. And so that's what the politicians, you know, like we know you're not perfect. We're not asking you to be perfect. But if you run on this, if you running on this, then you got to be about that. You can't
At
get up
least,
there and somebody start putting some money in your face and now you changing.
at least do your job.
Minimum.
What do your constituents want in the place that you represent? Find that out. I would hope that you would know that already based on what you ran on your platform to get in office. And do that. And,
'Cause
and
that
if it benefits all people, so be it. Why do we got to start with this foolishness? With never mind. Just don't make no sense. It really
none
don't
at
make no sense.
all. None at all, you know. So the SCOTUS they made their decision. There's been a lot of backlash from it. You know, I believe they have woken, you know,
I hope they did.
a giant. You know, I really think they have. I not kind of, I hope they have. You know, and I hope that people are, you know, and I don't think they will be. I don't think people will be outraged for 1 or 2 days because now we're talking about a whole, I guess we would call it segment. Like we're talking, you know, you have men and women.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about the other half of a whole group, and color don't even matter in this group. You know, how
Mm-hmm.
many times you get to say that? Like it affected a whole half of a human race, and color does not matter.
Well, the messed up part is we shouldn't have to say that because we should be just looking out for people in general. But it is what it is. And then the other messed up part about there's a good amount of women out there that agreed with the decision. I'm not gonna say the majority because I don't think the majority agreed. That's not what I'm saying. But there's a decent sized number that was happy, that was quoting scriptures and all kind of foolishness, but they were not putting. I don't think they got all the information. I don't think because if something happens to your daughter or your sister or your mom or something like that, uh, and they want to abort the baby, some crazy situation, that should be their right.
Right.
That should be their right. I don't get it. I mean, we barely if we so pro life, then let's figure out how to be pro-life for real, not just on this
Right.
end, but
Oh, you
like you
know,
said,
I'm glad you said that,
keep
man.
that same energy.
Somebody sent me this. Okay. If this was about babies, there would be universal health care, free education,
Mhm.
free daycare. Southern states will be doing all they can to drop the black maternal mortality rate.
Mm.
This is about power and control. Power and
So
control.
it seems like it.
You
Because
know,
the
because
people, the majority of the people did not want it. So how did we get
power and control. Dictatorship. Make
it seems
America
like it's
great
trying to get
again.
there. It's trying to get there. They trying.
Make America great again. And then you know what you hadn't heard nothing about?
Hmm.
Ain't heard nothing about no gun laws.
Oh yeah, I heard old boy signed the president signed something, signed a law or trying to push something as far as gun laws go, but
As soon as they get to them, but now Congress can re they can check this. What do you say? Block it.
I mean I think it's time for a complete. I'm not no freaking revolutionary cat, none of that foolishness or whatever. But it's I think it's time to take a look at who we got sitting in these different positions. Because I just read an article before we got on where Justice Thomas was quoted as saying he don't even know how he got selected to be Supreme Court justice. And that being said, looking back on everything transpired while he was getting in there, um, I don't either. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So somebody was trying to make history.
Right.
They were trying to make history on their watch. And the only difference is this dude different than Thurgood Marshall.
Mm. So
He can't even. That's like me saying I'm on the same level as a LeBron James.
yeah, Michael. Yeah, no,
You
it's
know,
not.
or Michael Jordan. Like, come on, man.
Mm-mm.
Come
I
on.
would like to see. I mean, I'm pretty sure we got some overqualified individuals in there, and some perfect candidates that got pulled in there. But there's some suspect ones too. Something don't smell right with a couple of them, and they're supposed to be like the statue with the Lady Justice with the blindfold. It's supposed to be that. It's supposed to be impartial. It ain't supposed to be you and your wife putting out uh, political views and leaking that to the press and talking crazy and being involved with Jane. Yeah, you if we got situations like this, we need to figure out a way to remove people from those positions.
Right.
Because, like you said, they don't get voted on. They get in there, they in there for life. Till they pass on, they sit on that bench and
Right.
or retire. But I don't know that that should be the case.
Time for a change. Well, Jay, man, we don't been on here long enough, man. We just want to come on here, and touch this just a little bit. We're going, man. Listen, this is gonna be a long conversation. Long conversation. So if you out there, man, and you got an opinion about this, this ain't just veterans, man. This everybody, and we're gonna be inviting people, throughout this entire process, just to kind of come educate us, educate our audience, and then two, like, how do we help, figuring that part out, how do we help, and I got a young man that I'm helping out right now, and I told him, you know, I said, look, the abortion, that's just like the front cover. I said, go deeper. figure out what that's about, because it's a lot that's in there that's helping you right now. You just don't know it, you know. So that's gonna go for a lot of people. So JD, you got any final words?
Yeah, I got a couple. I got one was want to wish our brother, old Walt Dog. I'm gonna wish him he gets well soon, and once you get your treatment, man, get somewhere to sit down. Stop trying to be you're essentially retired soldier, man. You need to sit down somewhere. Stop. Don't need to put that cape on no more, man. Sit down and get your health back right, and we look forward to kicking it with you again. And my last thing is, let me hurry up and get out of here before somebody open up another door or alarm go off or something here in a second. So that's all I got, bro.
Oh man, I'm telling
In and
you,
out that door,
man.
man.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, shout out to our brother Walt, man. You know, don't be dropping no more people elbows on people, man. Retired. People elbows is retired. Okay.
Dusty Rose too, both of them. You can't
That's
leave
right.
one of them.
That's right. Hey, so listen, everybody, make sure y'all go hit that like, that subscribe, that share button, and just help us out there just a little bit. We want to keep bringing the show to you. Comment, leave a comment, DM us. We'll definitely get back to y'all. God bless you, and we love you.
Hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work.